Sure, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Matthew Lee, Inner City Press. I also wanted to thank you on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access, a new group here, for coming. This is really, especially the detail on Cote d'Ivoire was we don't hear enough of it here. So I wanted to ask you about that. You talked about the Nahibly IDP camp, and just to, I guess this is very fact specific, but the UN had some role there. There were some reports that the UN actually pushed IDPs out of a truck into the anti-Gbagbo mob to their death, and then the UN said they would investigate it, and I think Mr. Koenders has essentially let the investigation not take place. I wanted to know, as a obvious Cote d'Ivoire expert, what do you think of the UN's own performance in that incident, and also on overall in terms of gun violence in Cote d'Ivoire? I mean, they've had an expensive peacekeeping mission and a French Force Licon there for some time. What's been there? Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You are perfectly right. The UN failed completely in Cote d'Ivoire. As you know, they had a mandate to protect civilians, and during the post-electoral crisis and during the first massacre in Douekwe, we had evidence that people asked for the help of the UN. The UN had a base 1 kilometer from the place of the massacre, and people, women notably, went to ask for help. And the UN people said, we can't, we are too few, we can't do this. By that time we met with the UNOC leaders. We sent them a letter and told them, one, you need to investigate about this, and second, you have to learn lessons. We received a response that is here in this report. If you want to, you can have a look at it, and they said, we will investigate. 50 months later, as you perfectly said, in this Nahibly camp, there were 10 Moroccan soldiers at the entrance of the camp and some 15 Pakistani soldiers in the camp. And again, the people, the IDPs, went to ask for help. And this time, again, the UN soldiers pushed back the people. And again, it is really appalling to see that the UN learned nothing about what happened. And what is really appalling and striking is that tomorrow the same thing can happen again. The UN doesn't seem to understand that they have a duty to protect civilians, also against the security forces, who can be the perpetrators, and unfortunately for the time being, nothing has been learned. We met with Mr. Koenders 2 weeks ago, and he said that effectively there will be an investigation. But I don't think that an investigation can save lives.